2025 NBA MVP. Anonymous assistant coaches choose Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over Nikola Jokić, exclusive. As they raved about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokić, the various NBA assistant coaches and executives shared the difficulty of choosing who they would choose to win the league's regular season award. No wonder it's expected to be a tight race among select media members that will vote for the regular season awards. Nonetheless, Sportskeeda spoke to 3 NBA assistant coaches and 1 executive, who all chose Gilgeous-Alexander to win. None of them work for either the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Denver Nuggets. All were granted anonymity so they could speak candidly about other teams' players without repercussions from the NBA or their respective teams. Editor's note: the following one-on-one conversations have been edited and condensed. Each conversation took place at a separate time. Who's your MVP pick and why? Eastern Conference Assistant Coach. It's SGA. The award has always been a bit skewed on whether it's the best player or the best stats. But I think SGA has made the case on every argument this year. I think that's the difference between he and Jokić. SGA is on the number 1 team. He's been consistent in terms of the scoring with leading the league and all the different aspects. I just think in general, he's the best player on the best team. It's undeniable. I think Jokić is the best player in the league. I don't think that's a question. But I think in case of how you differentiate the two, I think SGA wins the tiebreaker. Western Conference Executive. Shai. He's having a great year on the best team with the best record. So to me, that counts a lot. I think Joker has had the best year that you could ever have. That's his best year. But when you're the best player on the best team, that should make you MVP. Because if not, Michael Jordan should have won it every year. Laughs. Eastern Conference Assistant Coach. Shai. He's been having an unbelievable season. OKC won 68 games. Shai has had big games against all the big teams. He's been unbelievable. Jokić is great, obviously. That's just a given. But I love giving somebody who has ascended like that and worked themselves into that caliber of a player and give them recognition for that. You want to reward winning and reward the ascension of your game. Western Conference Assistant Coach. Both teams without that person aren't who they are. The numbers that Jokić puts up are so amazing. What he does is incredible. But SGA is really good too. He probably deserves it. The way the league works, I hate to be political, but they kind of share the love a little. SGA is probably deserving for that reason. But Oklahoma City is number 1 in the West, and the West is incredibly tough. For that reason, Shai's numbers and his impact for his team, he's probably the guy that deserves it the most. Oklahoma City is a very system-based team. Because of their system, Shai is even better. The system works for him. He's not a system-based player. But the way Mark Daigneault has him play in their system, it works for Shai. Jokić could play on any team and do the same thing. He's that kind of player. I don't know if Shai would do that on every team. Oklahoma City's system helps him because it caters to everything he does. The same can be true for Jokić for how they move around him, but I feel like Oklahoma City's stuff is more system-based. In what ways has SGA taken his game to another level? Eastern Conference Assistant Coach. Honestly, I don't know if he has. I think he's been pretty consistent as a scorer. But I think it's been impressive that he's followed up with what he's done, and that the team has gotten better. I think sometimes you can say, well, are those stats empty stats? Is he having to carry the burden so much? But he has another all-star on his team. He has a bunch of all-defensive players on his team. And he's still carrying the same load without compromising their growth. Jalen Williams had a much better year. Chet Holmgren being back was really good. Isaiah Hartenstein was really good. So I don't think Shai had to sacrifice his game for the team to get better. They got better. And he was equally as impressive, if not better. Western Conference Executive. When you watch Shai play, he connects his team. It all starts with him. That team is still connected, and he still averages 30 points a game. He's such an unselfish player and a team guy. You can say the same thing about Joker. But Shai's team is the best team with the best record. That's why I think he should be MVP. He's been such a great scorer down the stretch. They just don't lose close games. When you go 10 in a row and lose 1 or win 14 out of 16, you have to have pretty consistent play. And you have to have somebody that's driving that. He drives that on that team. Eastern Conference assistant coach, Shai was pretty damn good last year. But he seems a little bit more confident and a little bit calmer under pressure. He's improved his game as far as shooting threes, taking more and making more. He fully believes in what he's doing and in his abilities out there. He looks like the man out there. He looks like the best player in the NBA. Western Conference assistant coach, he shoots the three better. He shoots more of them, and he's shooting them with more confidence. He's also managing the game a little bit better. He's picking his spots. I don't think his mid-range has changed. But in the past, he wasn't shooting as many threes. In the scouting report before, you wouldn't have to say to make sure that you're up on these pickup points when he's coming down. Now he's a threat in transition from anywhere.